Hi, good evening everyone. This is Shefali Singla, and in this session we are going to discuss the previous year questions from ISRO. We will be taking the questions from the paper which was conducted in January 2020. So in this session particularly I'll be taking the questions from algorithm and data structures. पिछले Sunday भी हम लोगों ने कुछ questions cover किए थे, but we were not able to finish all the questions. So we'll finish today with data structures and algorithms from 2020, and tomorrow we will be talking about the questions from digital and DBMS. तो इस तरीके से हम लोग प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस कवर करेंगे ईयर बाय ईयर एंड सब्जेक्ट बाय सब्जेक्ट. जिन लोगों ने अभी तक पेपर नहीं भरा है बच्चे, स्टिल यू कैन फिल आउट द फॉर्म. सो द डेडलाइन फॉर फिलिंग आउट द इसरो फॉर्म इज, इसरो का फॉर्म आप 14th जून तक भर सकते हो. दिस इज द डेडलाइन. ओके. एंड जिन लोगों ने गेट की प्रिपरेशन की हुई है उनको ज्यादा एफर्ट्स डालने की जरूरत वैसे ही नहीं है. जस्ट फोकस ऑन सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज कॉन्सेप्ट क्लैरिटी है. और जिन लोगों ने नहीं प्रिपेयर किया है तो गाइज एक बार गो थ्रू कर लो गेट वाला पूरा सिलेबस, previous year gate questions, and it will really be very helpful for you. Okay, but make sure सिर्फ 28 years तक के लोग ही fill कर सकते हैं because the maximum age limit which is given for 2023, that is 28 years. So this is the maximum age limit. Deadline है 14 जून. अभी भी आपके पास approximately 10 दिन का time है. तो quickly fill out the form if you have not done so far. Okay, so let's start with the questions from 2020. This is the first question. For each question I'll be waiting for 1 minute so that आप लोग question को go through कर लो, question को understand कर लो, and write your answers in the chat section. All right, so this is the question. Based on the C code, it runs on a byte address little endian machine. तो little और big endian का concept हम लोगों ने कोआ में बहुत डिटेल में डिस्कस किया हुआ है. So first of all, can somebody tell me that what is this little endian and big endian? We have the concept of big endian. मैं इस concept को डिस्कस कर देती हूँ ताकि आपको क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हुए कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए. Little endian. So here, when we are talking about the bits, we do have the most significant bit and the least significant bits. So here, we have least significant bit and most significant bits. Similarly, here, we have most significant bit and least significant bit. कौन सी byte least significant bit में आएगी and कौन सी byte most significant bit में जाएगी in case of big endian? Come on guys. Big endian means the lower byte will be stored at the most significant position, and the higher byte will be stored at the least significant. Similarly, here in little endian, lower byte will be stored, or you can say that it's the lower address and higher addresses data is stored at the most significant bit. Let me also update this to address. Now you can make use of this concept, and यहाँ पे आपको little endian बोला है, so use it and try to get the answer. Higher address. Okay, so try to get the answer. First of all, there is only one function, और C लैंग्वेज से रिलेटेड या किसी भी लैंग्वेज से रिलेटेड जो कोड होता है उसमें हमारे पास एक ही मूल मंत्र है टू सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन, दैट इज फॉलो द इंस्ट्रक्शन स्टेप बाय स्टेप. तो मेन फंक्शन है, एक ही फंक्शन है, एग्जीक्यूशन ऑलवेज स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द मेन फंक्शन. गो टू द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज डिक्लेयरिंग few variables, right? Anyone got the answer? So first of all, it is declaring the variable, so it's the integer variable x. x के अंदर वैल्यू क्या जाएगी? It's initialized here and 622, 100, 101 इंटीजर है तो एक ही वैल्यू जाएगी, एरे तो है नहीं. So this means that we need to consider the associativity of comma, and comma is left to right associative. This means that the first value 622 will be stored in X. This is X. Next one is PTR. Pointer variable PTR is created, but it's nowhere initialized. So it's completely your choice whether you want to initialize it or not. So it's a pointer variable. This statement is executed. Now it is saying that we have to print one integer. So it will be something out of it. Address of X, and here it's doing the typecasting value at X. So this is 622. I'll be taking this value. This is 622. हमें byte चाहिए. So I'll be taking the binary of 622. Okay. So this is 512 and 0. Then comes 0, 1, 1, 0, 11110. So this is the binary of 622. If we consider here the bytes, so 4 and 4, 1 byte, and this will be the second byte. So 6 bits are less, so I am adding here 6 zeros. Now I have represented the byte. हमें क्या represent करना है? Little Indian machine byte address little Indian machine. Character means 1 byte, so we have to consider only 1 byte. This is the least significant byte and this is the most significant byte. If I calculate the value of this byte, this least significant byte is equivalent to 110 because this is 512. उसके बाद जो आपने बाकी conversion किए that is for 110. Correct? So 110 decimal value will be stored in, after this typecasting, this is going to store at the position X. Now this is taking the integer at X. This is going to multiply it with, for this term we are getting the answer as 110. इसको किसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई करवाना है? X modulo 3. The value of X is 622. So find out 622 modulo 3. This is not completely divisible by 3. So definitely there must be some remainder. So 2 and finally here remainder comes out to be 1. When you are going to divide this by 620, 622 is divided by 3. So remainder will be 1 into 1. This is returning the value 1. 110 into 1, this comes out to be 110. So this is the integer which gets printed by this function. So answer for this question is, it's option D, that is 110. Make sense? तो बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन था. Many concepts were used. First of all, यहाँ पे conversion भी आ गई. Associativity of comma is also considered. Concept of Indian is also used, and also modulo is also performed. Right? Pointers भी आ गए. Everything was there in this question. So it's really a good question. Hence the answer is, so it comes out to be 110 into 1, that is 110. Answer is 110. Correct? Anyone having any doubt in this question? Anyone having any doubt or any problem, any confusion in this question? Okay, I guess there is no problem. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, this is based on pointers and function call. Function call में it's passing the address. So basically this question is based on the concept of call by reference. Call by reference. हमने काफी अच्छे से ये concept किया हुआ है. So I hope you all will be getting the correct answer. I'm giving you 1 minute. So in this program, you must have observed we are given with two functions. One is the main function and other one is RER function, and we know that if more than one function is given in the program, execution always starts from the main function. तरीका आपको मालूम है, जहाँ पे declaration है memory allocate करवा दो. किसी भी question में अगर call by reference या आपको ampersand operator reference operator मिल रहा है, then always consider some addresses because it will give you clarity that which variable is passed at what location. Okay, so do consider the reference operators and dereference operator. जहां पे भी आपको reference या dereference operator मिल जाए, that means declaration के time पे कुछ address भी consider कर लो. Try it and see what answer you guys are getting. सी जब हम PYQs की बात कर रहे हैं, अगर आप लोग उसमें पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर रहे हो तो बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा. बट डेफिनेटली जब लेक्चर्स होते हैं दैट टाइम आई डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि आप लोग फ्रिक्वेंटली आंसर्स लिखो, बट एटलीस्ट क्वेश्चन ट्राई करते हुए आंसर्स पक्का लिखो. ज्यादा से ज्यादा गलत होगा और इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं होगा, बट एटलीस्ट गिव इट अ ट्राई. Okay, so main function में गए. First statement is declaration and initialization of two variables. So I'm going to declare two integer variables var1 and var2. This is var1 and var2. ओवरव्यू में हमें समझ में आएगी यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं एड्रेस का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज होगा. सो आई एम एज्यूमिंग दैट दिस वेरिएबल इज क्रिएटेड एट द लोकेशन 1000, var2 is created at the location 2000. After that, it's declaring one integer pointer variable ptr1. So I'm declaring this integer pointer variable ptr1 and ptr2. This is ptr2. And let's consider the addresses of ptr1 and ptr2 as well. अब declaration के साथ साथ चारों वेरिएबल्स के लिए हमें इनिशियलाइजेशन इनिशियल वैल्यूज भी दी हुई है. var1 is initialized with the value 5, var2 is initialized with the value 10, and ptr1 is initialized with the address of var1. So its address is 1000. ptr2 is initialized with the address of var2. Address of var2 is 2000. So I'm storing here 2000. After that, it's making a call to RER function by passing the address of ptr1 and ptr2. Address of ptr1, value of ptr1 is 1000, but address of ptr1 is 3000. Address of ptr2 is 4000. So these two values are passed here, that is 3000 and 4000. So here RER function is also declaring its local variables, that is ptr2 and ptr1. These are for ptr1. These are for RER. And ptr2 is getting the value, that is 3000. ptr1 is getting the value, that is 4000. Function call hai yahan pe, and now we are executing these statements. After that, in this function, first statement is declaration of integer pointer variable, that is I. This is a pointer variable. It's not initialized yet. In the second statement, this is saying that I is getting the value from asterisk of ptr2. ptr2 कोई भी variable name क्या करते हैं? It always returns its value. So ptr2 is returning 3000. So this is like asterisk of 3000. This means that value at 3000. So what value is available at the location 3000? That is 1000. So this 1000 will be stored in I 1000. Very good evening, Shubham. Next one is value at ptr1. ptr1 is 4000. Value at 4000. What value is available at 4000? This is 2000. This 2000 value gets updated inside PTR2. PTR2 is 3000. Value at 3000 becomes 2000. So this is updated. Next statement. II, that is 1000 value will be stored inside PTR1. So PTR1 is 4000. Value inside 4000 becomes 1000. This statement is also over. So basically what it has done is it has changed the values of PTR1 and PTR2 of main function. So it's just performing the swapping. That's it. Now, next statement. This is saying that asterisk PTR1 is equal to asterisk PTR1 multiplied by multiplication asterisk PTR2. Just substitute the values. So PTR1 is returning 4000. Value at 4000 is 1000. Value at 1000 is 5. So this is returning 5 and asterisk PTR 4000. Value at 4000 is 1000. Value at PTR1 was returning 4000. Value at 4000 was 1000 and value at 1000 is 5. PTR2 is returning 3000. Value at 3000 is 2000. Value at 2000 is 10. So this is returning 10. 5 into 10 is 50. This gets stored inside 1000. So 5 is updated as 50. Similarly, we'll follow the next instruction. This is saying that asterisk PTR2 is equal to asterisk PTR2 plus asterisk PTR1. पॉइंटर्स को देख के कंफ्यूज नहीं होने. मोस्टली स्टूडेंट्स पॉइंटर्स को देख के डर जाते हैं. अगर आपने एड्रेसेस कंसिडर किए हुए हैं तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मैं बहुत डिटेल में कर रही हूँ ये क्वेश्चन. PTR2 इज रिटर्निंग 3000. Value at 3000, go to 3000. Value at 3000 is 2000. Now value at 2000, what value is available at 2000? That is 10 plus PTR1 is returning 4000. Value at 4000, go to 4000, that is 1000. Check for the value at 1000. What value is available at 1000? That is 50. So it comes out to be 60. This value gets updated inside 2000. So here we'll get the value 60. Right? Now it is saying that what will be printed for VAR2. VAR2 is 60. VAR1 is 50. So correct answer is obviously this is C और D में सिर्फ order का difference है. So please take care of this thing what it is asking for. So VAR2 is 60 and VAR1 is 50. So the correct answer for this question is it's option D. Make sense? So I didn't use any concept in this question. We were just given with the initializations, declarations of the integer variables, of integer pointer variables, and the values were initialized. We were just doing the swapping and we were just following the instructions, whatever it was given. Now just consider that what will happen if you're not going to consider the addresses. You may get confused between PTR1 and PTR2 because in the main function, we have the integer pointer variables PTR1, PTR2. For RER function also, we have PTR1 and PTR2. Make sense? I hope that this is clear to everyone. Guys, quickly give me the confirmation. So let's move on to the next question. Here also, this is based on the recursive C function that takes two arguments, integer and integer. You have to return the value of the function RER when it is called. So basically you have to make a call for RER 513. That means the value of n is 13 and R is 2. So we are getting here two variables, n, that is initialized with the value 13, 513, and r is initialized with the value 2. You have to follow this instruction. It's saying that if n is greater than 0, here n is 513, then you have to follow this instruction. So if you can observe that what this recursive function is doing, it's good because you can return the answer in a fraction of minute. But if not, then it's not a big value. Easily you can solve it. So just give it a try. In today's session, which I took for the GATE aspirants, in that also I talked little bit about the recursion and the recursive relation. Any guess? Any answer? Any choice? B. Looks like it's a blind guess. I don't think you have solved this question because it's nowhere close to the actual answer. Anyways, let's try this. It's saying that n modulo r, modulo means it is going to, this function is going to return the remainder when you are dividing n by r. So that's going to return the remainder. So when I'm finding 513 modulo 2, बेसिकली यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, r is 2, तो जब आप किसी भी नंबर को 2 से डिवाइड करोगे, either you will be getting the output as 0 or 1. So if n is even, basically what it is saying, if n is even, then this term will be returning 0 because divide करने के बाद remainder 0 आएगा. If n is odd, then it will be returning 1. Okay, now solve it. हमने एक पॉइंट ऑब्जर्व कर लिया, हमें सारे स्टेप्स लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो आई एम मेकिंग अ कॉल टू RER 513. This is going to return, first value will be, since 513 is the odd number, so this will be returning 1, plus it's making a call to RER divide by R. n को हमने किससे डिवाइड किया, बाय r. सो 513 को डिवाइड करेंगे किससे, r की वैल्यू कहीं पे भी चेंज नहीं हो रही है, राइट. सो 513 को जब हमने 2 से डिवाइड किया, दिस कम्स आउट टू बी 2, 5 and 6. r remains the same. Now we are getting this number as the even number, so it will be returning 0 plus RER. 256 divided by 2 is 128. R is not going to change. Then again we are getting the even number, so it will be 0. RER 64, 2. I hope you have observed what we are doing. So this is again the even number, so it will be 0 plus RER. 64 divided by 2 is 32, 2. Basically हम क्या कर रहे हैं, we are taking the binary of 513 and we are going to return the sum of the number of sum of the bits of binary of 513. तो ये ऑब्जर्व कर लिया, नहीं ऑब्जर्व किया कोई इशू नहीं है, इसको पूरा कंप्लीट करते हैं. RER 0 plus, since this is an even number, 0 plus RER 32 divided by 2 is 16. Then 0 plus, again this is the even number, so I am writing 0, 8, 2, 0 plus RER. I hope it's not going behind my image. Actually it is going. RER 4, 2. Then this is going to return 0 plus 4 divided by 2 is, this is a recursive call, 2 divided by 2. This is again the even number, so it's going to return 0 plus RER. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 is the odd number, so 1 plus RER 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. But if you observe here, the value of n is the integer number, this is the unsigned integer. तो यहाँ पे जब आप इसका integer लोगे, this is going to return 0. So we get here 0,2. And here we are given the condition that if n is greater than 0, then we are going to execute the statement. But if n is equal to 0, then it is going to return 0. So now this function call is returning 0. You can find out the value. So it is returning 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 value is returned here. 0 plus 1 is 1. 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 And finally 1 plus 1 is 2. So this 2 value is returned here. 2, 2. Okay. So answer for this question is it's option D. Basically what we have done is we are dividing the number by 2. We have taken, if you observe this is nothing but this is the binary of, these bits are representing the binary of 513. 512, then 256 में 0 आएगा, then 128 में 0, then 64, then 32, 16, 8, 4, 2 and 1. So this is the binary. So we got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 zeros and then ended with 1. So this is nothing but this is the binary of 513. Binary of 513 और जो binary में bits है, we are taking the sum of binary bits of taking or returning the sum of bits of binary representation of 513. आप डायरेक्टली ऑब्जर्व करके सिर्फ इतना भी कर सकते थे, नहीं ऑब्जर्व किया तो आपको रिकर्सिव कॉल को एक्सपैंड करके you have to return the answer. So this is about the question based on the recursion. Let's go to the next one. This is pretty straightforward question. Can name, basically it's asking for the length and the size. Length is returned by the string length. So there is only one function. So first of all, character array is declared. So let's take this and the name of this array is name. And inside this array we are storing satellites. SATELLITES. And we know that the string is always terminated by null. But here it's declaring two integer variables. One is length and other one is size. Now it's asking for the string length of the name, increase sound. Okay, so who all are facing the problem with the sound? I mean, am I not audible? अपने system के एक बार sound check करो. Just try to keep this it to full. Length, string length of the name, यानी कि ये जो array है string length बतानी है. तो string length means जो आपके पास string है उसमें कितने characters हैं. Null character is not included. In string length function, null character is not included. Very good, Shubham, you got it right. Null character is not included. Just count the number of characters in the name. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So length will be containing the value 10. Size means how much size is required to store the string under the name. तो यहाँ पे size क्या है इसका? Since null character is also included, so size is 11. So this is going to return 10. This is going to return 11. We have to print the value after length into size. So length is 10. 10 into 11. That comes out to be 110. So yes, right answer is its option D, 110. Okay. I guess काफी easy था ये question. Next one, the post order traversal of a binary tree is, you are given with the post order traversal of a binary tree and it's asking about the pre-order. What will be the answer? Post order traversal of a binary tree is given to you and it's asking for the pre-order. So is it possible to find out pre-order from the given information? Or can we construct a unique binary tree from post order only? हमें सिर्फ post order given है. We know that in order to get a unique binary tree, what all things are required? अगर आपको unique binary tree बनाना है, to construct a unique binary tree, we need post order. In order to identify that, post order क्या बताएगा कि root node क्या है? Post order means sequences, left subtree, right subtree, and elements of the root. So we cannot distinguish between the elements of left subtree and right subtree only with the post order because last element root है वो ठीक है, left side और right side में same number of elements होंगे, ऐसी कोई condition नहीं है binary tree के लिए, so we cannot distinguish between left subtree and right subtree. Distinguish करने के लिए हमारे पास आता है in order. पोस्ट ऑर्डर से आप आइडेंटिफाई कर लोगे रूट नोड के, रूट के लेफ्ट पे जो एलिमेंट्स होंगे दैट विल बी द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ द लेफ्ट सबट्री एंड द एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट ऑन द रूट those will be the those will be the elements of the right subtree. So this is determined by the in order. That means in order is mandatory in order to construct a unique binary tree. And here, or you can also construct a unique binary tree with pre-order and in order. Anyhow, in both the cases, in order is mandatory. Pre-order में आपको root first element will be the root, but वही है कि left subtree और right subtree में distinguish नहीं कर पा रहे, तो इसके लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? In order. Sometimes it happens that you are given with the post order of a binary search tree. अगर सिर्फ बाइनरी सर्च ट्री में आपको प्री ऑर्डर या पोस्ट ऑर्डर गिवन है या कोई ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन है जिससे आप इम्प्लिसिटली इन ऑर्डर फाइंड कर सकते हो, देन वी कैन फाइंड आउट द थर्ड ऑर्डर. ओके, तो डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली दिस इन ऑर्डर शुड बी गिवन. बाइनरी सर्च ट्री के केस में फॉर एग्जांपल इट्स सेइंग दैट you are given with post order of binary search tree and it's asking that what will be the pre-order. Can we find it? What will be the pre-order? सिर्फ post order दिया आपको और pre-order पूछ रहे. In this case, definitely we can find out. We can return the pre-order. We can return the pre-order. Only on the basis of post order we can return. We are just given with the post order, we can return the pre-order. But in this case, we are given with the binary tree, so it's not possible to return the pre-order. Reason is, when we are talking about a binary search tree, that means indirectly it is saying that it is giving you the in order. Because we know that in order of binary search tree is nothing but that is the ascending order of the elements. Ascending order of elements. इसका भी मैंने आपको रीजन बताया हुआ है. See, in order में we have the elements of left subtree followed by the root, then the elements of the right subtree. This is about the in order. Whereas for binary search tree, we have a condition that the elements of search tree है, तो कुछ ना कुछ condition होगी. Smaller elements are on the left side. Binary search tree की condition के left subtree elements are smaller than the root and root is smaller than right subtree or right subtree elements are greater than root. ये condition को हमने यहाँ पे apply कर दिया. So left subtree elements are smaller than root, root is smaller than right subtree. So on the basis of this, we are saying that the in order of binary search tree is always the ascending order of the elements. That means if you are given with the elements, you can arrange them in the ascending order. So indirectly you are given with the in order. ओके बट सिर्फ और सिर्फ पोस्ट ऑर्डर या सिर्फ प्री ऑर्डर के बेसिस पे या सिर्फ इन ऑर्डर के बेसिस पे इट्स नॉट एट ऑल पॉसिबल टू गेट अ यूनिक बाइनरी ट्री और जब तक आपके पास यूनिक बाइनरी ट्री नहीं आएगा वी कैन नॉट ट्रेवर्स इट. सो आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ई. ऑल्दो इन द पेपर it was not given, so that was the incorrect question. None of the option is correct. ये समझ में आया? Okay. I guess edges are not visible. So this is the tree given to you. Read the question and try to get the answer. What is the in-order successor of 15 in the binary search tree? In order. अभी हमने एक property discuss की है. In order means elements will be in the ascending order. यानी कि 15 के बाद next element कौन सा है? Successor means next element. Predecessor means previous one. Pre means पहले. पहले कौन सा element आ रहा है? That is predecessor. Previous. पहले. Before. So I guess this is easiest question that anybody can ask from the trees. So manually भी आप देख सकते हो 15 के बाद next element कौन सा आएगा? It is 17. So you need not to write the in order completely. So answer is 17. और तरीके मैंने आपके साथ shortcut discuss किया हुआ है to find out the in order. So in order is obtained by free fall. यहाँ पे एलिमेंट्स को फ्री फॉल करवा दो. इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द इन ऑर्डर दिस इज 2 3 4. हियर वी हैव 6 7 के राइट साइड पे आ रहे हैं एलिमेंट्स. सो दिस इज 7 9 13. ऑटोमेटिकली आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा यहाँ पे जो एलिमेंट्स आ रहे हैं हमारे पास दोज आर इन द इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर, दैट इज इन द असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. 17 18 and 20. Although this was a very easy structure, but if you are given with a complex tree, then in order successor is the in order successor. I have shared one trick in almost majority of the session. So in order successor is the smallest element present in right subtree of. If I want to find out the in order successor of x, then it's the smallest element present in right subtree of x. And if it is asking for in order predecessor, then it's the in order predecessor of x, that's the largest element, or you can say that greatest element present in left subtree of x. Okay, so 15 का predecessor क्या होगा? That is the largest element in the left subtree. इस subtree में देखो largest element कौन सा है? That is 13. So 13 is the predecessor. So you can follow this approach as well. So there are multiple ways to handle this question. एक तरीका था आपने in order find कर लिया given tree का. In order आप manually find कर सकते हो. With this free fall trick you can find out the in order. Second thing is in order successor means 15 का next element क्या होगा? सारे elements में से देखो next element will be 17. Third one is you can use this trick. Okay, so n number of options are there to handle this question. Pretty straightforward question. Minimum height of an avial tree with n nodes. आज वाले सेशन में रिस्पॉन्स बहुत कम है. आई डो नॉट नो व्हाई, बट एक्चुअली इट शुड बी गुड क्योंकि यू वर अवेयर अबाउट that what will be covering on Saturday. So what's the answer? You can try constructing the tree. Trees वाले questions मैंने आपको बताए हैं. अगर किसी भी formula में confusion है, आपको कोई formula नहीं पता, just try to construct the tree and get the answer. So its answer is C. Next one. This is a good question from two-dimensional array. Consider a two-dimensional array of array X with 10 rows and 4 columns. So we are given with an array X with 10 rows and 4 columns, with each element storing a value equivalent to the product of row and the column number. So row number or column number के basis पे we are getting the values. The array row major format is followed because we know that in two-dimensional array, when we are storing the elements or accessing the elements, either will be accessing the elements following row major order or column major order. So this is the question based from the row major order. Difference कहाँ पे आता है? Row major order में we select the row first and then we select the column. 2 selections are required for two-dimensional array. 3 selections are required for three-dimensional array, like that. So in row major order, first selection will be made for the row and then for the column. Whereas in column major order, first of all will be selecting the column, required column number, and then the row number. Now this is saying that the first element x 0,0 occupies the memory location with the address 1000. यानी कि first element की location के address में, that is 1000. This means that you are given with the base address. Base address of an array is 1000. और यहाँ से इस term से हमें एक और चीज clear हुई, rows and columns are starting from 0. Right? By default हमें मालूम है it starts from 0. So here indirectly you can say that the lower bound for the row is 0. Total 10 rows है, तो last row number will be 9. Column number also starts from 0. Total 4 columns are there, so the last column number will be 3. Right? So what I'm saying is, if you are constructing this array, two-dimensional array, there are 10 rows and 4 columns. Although you need not to construct this, I just want to give you the idea. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I constructed 9 rows. Let's take one more. Okay, so what I'm saying is the starting row number is 0, so it starts from 0. This is the row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Column numbers are also starting from 0. 4 columns are there, so it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is what I have provided. This is the starting row number, starting row number. This is the starting column number, starting column number, whereas 9 is representing the last row number and 3 is representing the last column number. Now it is asking that each element occupies only one memory location. That means size of each element is given as one memory location. You can call this as one, a byte or anything. Which all locations in decimal will be holding a value of 10. 10 value कहाँ कहाँ पे आ सकती है? This is what we have to identify. अब value की बात की है, अब value कहीं पे भी हो सकती है, but here you must have noticed one thing. It is saying that element storing a value equivalent to the product of row number and column number. Value क्या होगी? For example, 0, row number is 0, column number is 0, so value will be 0. Row number is 0, column number is 1, 0 into 1 is, this is 0. 0 से multiply करोगे, it will be all zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. तो आप 10 के फैक्टर्स फाइंड कर सकते हो. 10 वैल्यू कैसे मिलेगी आपको? It can be 2 into 5 or 5 into 2. It can be obtained as 1 into 10 or 10 into 1. इसके अलावा और कोई पॉसिबिलिटी और कहीं भी नहीं आएगा, राइट? 1 into 2 is 2, 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 and 18. This is into 3 3 6 9 12 15 18 and then we have 21 24 and 28. But if you observe here, 2 into 5 means 5 columns are there. First parameter represents the row number, second parameter represents the column number. 5 columns, is it possible to have the fifth column? This is representing the row number and this is representing the column. If you observe here, column number 5 is not possible, so this is out of question. 10 cannot be stored at second row and fifth column. Column number 10 is not possible, so this is not possible. So 10 value 10 can be stored at two locations. One is 5 into 2 and other is 10 into 1. Okay. Now, if you observe here, 5 into 2 is fine. This is a valid row number and valid column number. Is it a valid row number? हमारे पास rows की range क्या? That is 0 to 9. This is invalid row number. This is invalid column number. Invalid column number. Similarly, this was also invalid column number. So we are just left with one option, that is 5 into 2. Fifth row and second column is storing the element 10. I want to find out the location of this element. Array में कहाँ पे आ रहा है? So we have to use the formula for row major order. I want to access the ith element which belongs to ith row and jth column. I want to find out the location of the element which belongs to ith row and jth column using row major order. So we have discussed the formula for the same. Array name always returns the base address. After that, since this is the row major order, so first selection will be made on row. Element belongs to ith row. ith row से पहले कितनी row skip करनी है? For example, if element belongs to fourth row, before 4 rows has to be completely skipped. So 4 rows will be skipped. Usually we write here the lower bound LB1 into, in each row the number of elements are equal to number of columns, plus once the row is selected, then we are making a selection on the column. Column number is j minus starting column number into size of each element. Just substitute the values here. Base address in this question, it's given as 1000, plus we want the location of the element that belongs to, we have only one option, that is belonging to fifth row and second column. So it is 5 minus starting row number is 0 and number of columns are 4, plus element belongs to second column, starting column number is 0 into size of each element. So this comes out to be 1000 plus 5 into 4 is 20 plus 2 22. That is 1022. So we are just getting that in option B. So definitely we'll go with the option B. So B is the right answer for this question. Next one, the Master's theorem. It's based on the concept of the Master's theorem. Pretty straightforward concept. Anyhow, tomorrow's GATE session will be on Master's theorem, in which I'll be discussing basic Master's theorem, extended Master's theorem, and recursive tree method. So any one of you who is not comfortable with the basic or extended Master's theorem, you guys can join tomorrow's session at 6 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. पे we will be having the session on the PYQs of ISRO. कल वाले session में we'll be covering the questions from digital and TPMS. So anyone Who wants to give the response for this question? The Master's theorem. What Master's theorem is going to assume? Is it assuming that the elements, the size of the subproblems are unequal? Is it possible? अगर सब प्रॉब्लम्स का साइज अनइक्वल होता है then we follow recursive tree method. Correct? So this statement is false. It can be used if the sub problems are of equal size. Exactly. अगर problems का size equal है then only we can use the Master's theorem. It cannot be used for divide and conquer algorithms. Divide and conquer algorithm is basically an algorithm designing technique, and we can solve the applications using recursion. Recursion से आपके पास recurrence relation आएगा, and we can definitely apply Master's theorem. Main thing is Master's theorem is one of the technique for solving the recurrence relation. Okay, so this is used to solve the recurrence relation, और recurrence relation आपके पास कहीं से भी आ सकता है. This is a method of solving a recurrence relation, whereas divide and conquer is one of the algorithm designing technique. So it has nothing to do with that algorithm designing technique. So using this algorithm designing technique, we are solving a problem, and on the basis of that, we are finding the complexity. If we are getting a recurrence relation, so we can use the Master's theorem. So this statement is also false. It cannot be used for asymptotic complexity analysis. We can use it. So this statement is also false. So it's only the option B which is true. Correct answer for this question is it's option B. सो यू कैन सी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमारे पास ऐसे हैं जो बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है, आपने रीड किया, यू कैन सिंपली रिटर्न द आंसर इन 30 सेकेंड्स, एंड कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे भी हैं जिनमें आपको 1 से 1.5 मिनट या 2 मिनट भी लग सकते हैं. सो बेसिकली व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, ISRO में स्पीड मैटर्स अ लॉट. स्पीड कब बनेगी? जब कॉन्सेप्ट क्लैरिटी होगी. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फोकस ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट्स, देन सॉल्व ऑल द प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स ऑफ द ISRO एंड द गेट एट लीस्ट. Okay, and try to save your time for the easy questions. जो easy questions है उनमें time बचाओ, और जो थोड़े से calculation वाले questions है, lengthy questions है, you can utilize your time there. So this is all about today's session. In the next session, that is tomorrow, we will be solving the questions from digital and DBMS tomorrow at 9 p.m. So this will also be a 1 hour session, so it will be till 10 p.m. Okay, anyone having any doubt? तो इस वीक में हमारे पास 2020 में से एल्गोरिथम्स, डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, डिजिटल और डीबीएमएस के क्वेश्चंस हो जाएंगे. बाकी के जो सब्जेक्ट्स के क्वेश्चंस रह गए, दोज विल बी कवर्ड ऑन द नेक्स्ट वीकेंड. So guys, go through the paper of 2020, try to revise your concepts, brush up your concepts so that you can actively participate in the discussion. This is all from my side. If you guys have any query, you can ask. And if you're not comfortable with the concept, so I have one option for you guys. I'm taking the GATE sessions on YouTube, and we are solving the previous year questions in the master class, so you can join those classes, because anyhow ISRO के लिए आपको PYQ'S GATE के करने ही है. So Monday to Friday I'm taking 2 sessions, one at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. In this session, I cover the concepts. This session is on YouTube platform, and here we cover the concepts. Whereas the second session is at 8 p.m. and this is a masterclass in which I'm just covering the previous year questions. This is on Testbook platform. This is a Testbook masterclass. You need not to pay anything. It's completely free of cost. So जितने भी sessions का मैं schedule दे रही हूँ, these all are the free sessions. But definitely, if you are liking it and you want to cover the whole syllabus, then you can go for the subscription. Saturday and Sunday, I'm taking 2 sessions, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. One session we had at 6 p.m. and this is the second session for the day, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. In the first session, I'm covering the concepts of this is for GATE, covering the concepts for GATE concepts. इसमें भी ये GATE के concepts हैं. And here we are covering ISRO previous year questions. So if you are going to follow all these sessions, तो काफी syllabus आपका cover हो जाएगा, काफी questions cover हो जाएंगे. ISRO के PYQs यहाँ पे हो रहे हैं, GATE के PYQs master class में हो रहे हैं. तो इससे आपकी एक पेस बन जाएगी, आपका एक स्केड्यूल बन जाएगा, एक रूटीन बन जाएगा, and accordingly you can finish up with the concepts. Okay. So tomorrow in the GATE class, कल वाले सेशन में हम डिस्कस करेंगे इसमें मास्टर्स थ्योरम, एक्सटेंडेड मास्टर्स थ्योरम. सो इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मास्टर्स थ्योरम का बेसिक और एक्सटेंडेड दोनों केस कवर करेंगे. And apart from that, we'll be covering the concept of the recursive tree method. So basically, tomorrow's session is based on solving the recurrence relation. Today, I had discussed one approach, that was the substitution method. Tomorrow, we'll be covering the remaining two approaches, Master's theorem and recursive tree method. So this is all from my side. If you guys have any doubt or query, you can ask. Guys, you can join you can say a Telegram group in order to get the links of the sessions. Telegram group is Shefali ma'am Testbook. You can search for it. Moreover, its link is given in the description box. Let me share my screen so that you can see it. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay, so when you go to this video, okay, ये अभी आपका session चल रहा है. When you go to its description box, here you can see so many links are given. So third link is for join GATE SuperCoaching Telegram. So basically this is an official Telegram group in which I share the links of all the YouTube sessions and along with the PDF. अभी जो हमने questions use किए हैं, जो file थी, I'll be sharing this PDF in another 5 minutes in this Telegram group. So you can just download it और आपके पास segregated way में सारी चीजें आ जाएंगी subject wise, year wise. So you need not to like worry much for getting these slides. Okay, I'll be sharing this in the group. So you can join this Telegram group if you have not done so far. And yeah, that's all. Okay, a lot many links are there. You can just go through it. First link is for the NIC masterclass. If you are if you are preparing for NIC also, you can follow this series. If you want to join NIC Super Coaching, that is basically a paid course. But the benefit is in the Super Coaching, you will get all the benefits, like you will get the recorded sessions for the complete syllabus. You will get the detailed notes and the formula notes for all the subjects, technical, non-technical, everything, single thing will be covered in detail and in a structured manner. And fourth link is for joining the GATE Super Coaching. So if you want to join the complete course for a GATE, you can go for it. Anyhow, you can explore it more if you want to. Any queries? I hope today's session was useful for you guys. आपको मजा आया होगा, but मुझे नहीं आया because very few people were giving the response for the questions. I don't know why. या तो आप लोग साथ में solve नहीं कर रहे थे. कोशिश क्या करो कि अगर हमारे पास practice session है या हम PYQ solve कर रहे हैं, always keep a notebook and pen with you so that you can try the questions. At least try तो करो. जब तक try नहीं करोगे तो आपको confusions definitely हो सकती हैं. Okay, so please don't do that. Avoid it. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Take care.